It's so great to be with you all today. I'm super happy and excited to be here to talk about the Indianapolis Colts campaign with Kicking the Stigma regarding mental health. I'm Elizabeth White. I'm the team counselor for the Indianapolis Colts. It's been my honor to serve in this capacity for the last, I think, almost 7 seasons now. And I'm super excited about the Colts initiative to work with our community regarding the conversations around mental health and seeking out mental health support. How about you, Kenny? What do you think about this campaign, Kicking the Stigma?
Whenever I got here in 2017, I was going through some things off the field and stuff like that, with anxiety and just being a better human being and stuff like that. So it means a lot, for me as a person, because, having somebody to talk to goes a long way. And I have a big family, but, we're not always the closest at all times, but, I know I can call them, but, having somebody in person, it makes a difference. So it's much appreciated by the Irsay family and the Colts organizations.
So thanks for sharing, Kenny Moore. How about you, Carson?
Everyone needs to hear that it's okay to not be okay. The old simple saying. And I think us as athletes, we need to be the ones to say that. And I think people need to hear us say that because, like these guys were mentioning, we're looked at in a different lens. And for us to say, hey, I'm not okay. How many kids are, this day and age with social media, that spreads to so many people. And for us to just be able to have these conversations, say we're not okay, I think is important. And I also think it's important to be able to talk about it so that we can be proactive and not reactive. Hey, I'm struggling. Now I need to go, okay, what's my toolbox? Or no, how can I make sure I'm on top of this so that I don't start trending and all of a sudden find myself in a dark place, learn yourself, figure out yourself and what you need and how you, what kind of picks you up and all of those things so that, you're proactive.
That's a great point that Carson brings up regarding knowing yourself enough to know what you need day to day to be able to have the juice that you need to live the life that your life is calling for. Okay, what about you, Z?
Not only just, athletes, but everybody to just understand that no matter who you are, no matter what you have been through, no matter what you may be going through, that, it's nothing wrong with needing help. It's nothing wrong with, not only is there nothing wrong with it, but in my opinion, it should be encouraged. Like, don't go through it. Why go through it by yourself when you could easily have somebody else help you with it and work with it through you? So, I think it's extremely important, and especially important for athletes as well to understand that, whenever your ankle don't feel good, you go right to the training room. Whenever, you feel like you ain't strong enough, you go right to the weight room. So mentally and spiritually, you're going to need that same type of, work ethic and that same type of inventory, awareness to know that, hey, I need help and I need to work on this and I need somebody to help build into me the same way I'm working in all the other areas of my life. For me personally, it's spending time outside the building, real time outside the building too. Since I've been here, we've had a very strong tradition of linebacker dinner. And it's honestly beautiful to see kind of how it's progressed. The unique thing that happens at linebacker dinner is, first off, you get so much more acquainted with everyone's real situation, what everybody has going on at home, meeting people, family, being around their families. There's nothing to bring your family to dinner. And even too, it's easier to keep track when somebody's having a hard time. If it's a couple of weeks and it's, hey, man, Zaire ain't coming to linebacker dinner, what's up? I'm going to go talk to him on the side, like, hey, man, like, what's going on? Is there something in the room? Is something going on at home? It's like, it's a good way for us as men to hold each other accountable and really have those real conversations. And I feel like when you spend that time together and you really, start to build those bonds, that's when it becomes, from a team to a family, and then y'all really start to be able to lean on each other and be able to really have those conversations, like, especially like, hey, dog, I'm hurting. And, that's when those combos really get to going.
And Z, you brought up the linebacker dinner. Man, that brought back memories because we started that back in 2001, 2002, and it still lives. The most valuable thing I took away from my football journey was the relationships. The question that we always ask each other is, am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? And the response was always, yes, I am. Yes, I am my brother's keeper. I will be devoted to my brother. I will be committed to making sure I'm checking in on him. If he's not at the linebacker dinner, hey, what's going on? Holding him accountable, but also showing that care and that love and support when he may go through tough moments of life. We're not designed to go through life alone. You know, as much as people try to handle things on their own and just try to fly through life thinking they got it, you really don't. You don't achieve success alone. You know, there's so many different reasons why you're designed to have relationships in your life. And I'm thankful for the brotherhood that the locker room kind of almost organically creates for guys to help support them.
One of the things I think about with mental health is just having a plan for not when things go badly, you know, not always surviving a crisis, but and also just make practices that we have that help us perform optimally in our life. Just our toolbox, our day-to-day habits or patterns or the things that we're going to include in our day that help us to really be able to get through the crises when they do show up. What is something you might practice or a creative outlet that you have that you use to take care of your mental health and wellness on a day-to-day basis?
For me, every so often, I'm a big hunter, big outdoorsman, and just going out to the woods or something. Some people, it'll make no sense, but for me, and seeing God's creation come to life in a different way, that's like, I mean, I've almost had some of my most spiritual moments in the woods or in the mountains or different things like that.
I like art, as y'all know. I like being active. Sometimes it's just good to just sit in silence. And I love writing in my journal, you know, my thoughts. Usually whenever I'm in airports, getting on a plane or something, I go into my journals.
I started like these daily meditations, just like 10 minutes, just sitting in silence, focus on my breathing, just clearing my mind, centering my thoughts, and setting my intentions for the morning. And it's just amazing what the power of the mind can really do. That's what I realized this year. Sometimes my tasks be all over the place, you know, so that meditation kind of helps me set the order, like, all right, this is how my day is going to go. This is how I'm going to flow through it. And, you know, it gives me a good game plan.
DT, final thoughts from you?
When you think about the collective trauma that we as a country have experienced, well, the world, the past year, you know, just so many different issues that we all had to deal with, from being isolated to all the different disagreements, all types of things happening collectively. Man, you know, we need someone to lean on. Everybody needs someone to lean on. And knowing that you don't have to go through life and different experiences alone. When your mind is, you know, not well and your heart is doing, you know, different things, you know, you're not well. If your mind isn't right, your heart isn't right, you're not right at all. So you need that type of support. We need to normalize reaching out for help, normalize reaching out to support when it's needed, knowing that you're not alone. And no matter what it is you're dealing with, just don't get tired. Don't grow weary, and just keep pushing forward, knowing that there is hope, there is light. And I'm thankful to be a part of Kicking the Stigma, because we're going to impact a lot of people and help a lot of folks. So I'm excited about where this is all moving towards.
Thank you, David. So again, this is our roundtable. I thank you guys for being here. It's been such a pleasure to be with you today. For our audience, I hope that this has been an enjoyable conversation. And I just want to say, if you're thinking about reaching out for mental health support, stop thinking about it and just go ahead and do it. Take your turn on the couch. Whenever somebody comes in for their first session, I say, congratulations, go you. Like, take your turn on the couch. It's okay to not be okay. And if you need that plan, we definitely want to support you. So again, thanks for joining us today. I hope this conversation was helpful. Bye, guys.